everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today for one of our weekly webinars here at the Retirement Group. My name is Samantha, and I am in Client Services here. I moderate these weekly webinars for you. In just a minute, we're going to be joined by our certified financial planner here. Her name is Neva Bradley, and she's going to be talking about some very exciting topics related to financial strategies for women. But before Neva comes on, I would like to very quickly remind you that although we work very closely with both active and retired clients of several Fortune 500 companies, the Retirement Group is not affiliated nor endorsed whatsoever by any specific company. We are a completely independent group of financial advisors here, so please keep that in mind. Throughout Neva's presentation, if you find that you have a question you would like her to answer, please feel free to ask away in the Q&A box. Neva will answer as many questions as she can, time permitted, and it is completely anonymous, so you don't have to worry about that. And after Neva's presentation has ended, you will be redirected to our Retirement Group homepage where you can book an appointment with Neva herself to talk directly to her about any specific concern you may have or your specific situation, or one of her colleagues if you wish. And you will also be able to take advantage of the complimentary cash flow analysis that we offer that Neva will talk a little more in depth about. So take advantage of those resources. And with all of that boring stuff out of the way, I am going to now turn off my camera so Neva can get started on her presentation. Hey, Neva.
Hi, Sam. Thank you for that introduction. For those of you that are with us for the first time, welcome. My name is Neva Bradley. I am a certified financial planner here with the Retirement Group. We're going to be discussing financial strategies for women. We'll be uncovering the growing role of women in financial decision making. Despite 60% of women managing their investments, there's a stark discrepancy, 19% that feel confident in their retirement. This highlights the necessity for proactive financial planning. It's our goal to empower you with knowledge and confidence so that you can take control of your financial future. Let's dive right into the power of compound interest, a vital tool for smart investing. When we talk about compound interest, we're not referring just to your initial investment. It's the effect of time that amplifies growth. Starting early can have a significant impact on the growth of your investment. Time is truly an investor's best friend, and starting early can have a significant difference on your financial outcomes. Now, despite high educational attainment among women, there is a notable gap in financial confidence. Many women excel academically and professionally, yet hesitate to engage in financial discussions. It's this lack of confidence in financial matters that we'd like to break through the barrier and empower you to take charge now in your financial future. The world of finance can be dominated by jargon and a male-centric culture, which can be intimidating, but don't let this language barrier deter you. It's important to seek guidance and clarity. Understanding these key financial terms is essential in making sound financial decisions. And we're going to try and help demystify these concepts for you. Financial planning has become ever so much more important, especially for women, because we do tend to live longer than our male counterparts. Therefore, there could be the need for higher healthcare costs in our future. Therefore, planning is not just beneficial, but it's really essential. So it's time to not leave your financial strategies to chance. It's time to take control. The first step in this journey is talking with some financial professionals, pulling together all of your investments and understanding the nuances among them. Putting together a financial plan is essential. If you have not started a financial plan for yourself or your household, I encourage you to get started as one of the first steps. The retirement group prepares a financial plan complimentary for anyone who seeks guidance and service from our firm. It's hard to believe that 74% of Americans aged 50 and above don't have a formal written financial plan in place. Well, we'd like these numbers to be quite different. So again, the first step is sitting down with a financial professional and getting started. That person doesn't need to be somebody from the retirement group. I just encourage you to sit down with somebody that is retirement focused, perhaps understands your company plan, how it integrates with your own personal savings, Social Security, and your expenses. The retirement group has been helping folks prepare and transition into retirement for over 30 years. It's our solid understanding of corporate benefits, your own personal savings plans that you have access to, whether that's a 401k, a 403b, a TSP, an individual retirement account, knowing how these accounts integrate with your corporate benefits, the benefits you're entitled to from the government is our niche. So please consider reaching out to us. You can do that one of several ways. You can scan the QR code that's on the right to take you directly to our LinkedIn page, which among other things is a great resource center for upcoming webinars that we're going to be hosting. The QR code on the left will take you to the scheduling calendar. You can also give us a call at the 800 number shown there, or just send us an email. I'm going to turn the discussion back over to Sam, who will let us know what kinds of questions had come in during this time we've been together. So thank you, Sam.
Yes, thank you. We were just going to answer a couple questions in hopes of keeping this short. The first one, as a woman, I'm concerned about the potential for higher healthcare costs and a longer life expectancy in retirement, which you mentioned. What are some effective ways to manage healthcare costs in retirement?
You know, that's a really great question. And for those of you on the webinar that have the HSA available to you as a benefit through your company, it's a little hidden gem that a lot of people overlook, but it's a way for you to, in a very tax efficient manner, set aside your own money for medical costs later in life. You can use this money, this pool of money, for any out-of-pocket medical that you may incur. That would include your insurance premiums, whether that's for Medicare or insurance before Medicare, and also long-term care costs. So should that need arise, you can utilize that pool of money to cover some of those costs.
Yeah, I do. I definitely feel that HSA accounts are a lesser known strategy for healthcare planning. All right, Neva, thank you. Number two, what's the best way for a woman to integrate Social Security benefits into her retirement planning?
Another great question. Social Security is a very important income stream for many Americans. They rely on it heavily. So timing when you take it is essential. The financial plan that I referenced just a few moments ago helps model different dates depending on your income needs in retirement, what other sources of income can fill that need will dictate largely when you start it. It's important to not put too much stress on your portfolio. So, you know, you want to kind of take a look at that as well. Also, importantly, is your own personal health. That will come into play as to when you start that. You can start it as early as 62. Every year that you delay, you get an 8% bump in that payment. The Social Security Administration has a very useful tool to help give you those estimate at various dates. So you may want to check that out.
Thank you, Neva. One more, but as a reminder, before we ask this last question, you will be redirected to our website where you can book an appointment with Neva. If we don't get to answer your question, we apologize. Please use that link and book and speak to her directly. Okay, Neva, last one. What are the key investment strategy shifts a woman should make as she approaches her retirement years?
Okay, another great question. As you get closer and closer to retirement, you may want to consider moving some of your money into a more conservative pool of money, especially if you're needing to draw on your savings account, your 401k, for example, or an IRA to supplement expenses. You're going into a different mode now. Instead of the accumulation period of time, you're going to be going into possibly the distribution. So you'll need to have some liquidity at hand. And so equities is essential as well to keep pace with inflation and outpace it for that matter. But you will need to identify what your annual household liquidity need is and have a certain amount set aside in a fixed income pool. So possibly a shift there over to something a bit more conservative. How much is really going to go back to the cash flow analysis, the financial plan. So I hope that helped answer that question.
Definitely. Thank you, Neva. All right, that was all we had time for today. Is there anything else you wanted to mention, Neva, before we end?
I wanted to just thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure having this moment with you all, and I look forward to the next time we meet on a webinar platform like this, or possibly in an upcoming meeting. Thanks again.
Thank you, Neva. Thanks, everybody. Have a good afternoon.